All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and kick off our Friday Mastermind. Let me try to share my screen here. It's always such a challenge when you're used to having two screens. So, but let's kick it off, guys. This is our Friday Mastermind, Six-Figure Agent Friday Mastermind. So we always kick it off with some gratitude, what you're grateful for on this morning. So let's hear it, guys. Anybody want to kick us off with anything that you're grateful for on this morning? Just that attitude of gratitude. Anybody?
Yeah. Hey, good morning. Hey, Ron, how's it going? Hey, just grateful today to just be in the land of the living, be in good, decent health, me and my family, but also to be in a place where, that I think we take for granted. We got peace here for the most part. Let me say that. Not everywhere, but think about what's going on around the world. People wake up every day, not knowing if they're going to survive. You know what I mean? And we take it for granted. And I know I live here in Stafford, and we live close to Quantico Marine Corps Base, and they actually have a bombing range around here. And they do bombing sometime throughout the month. They have a bombing schedule. I didn't know that when I first moved here. And man, sometimes they drop these bombs and these mortars, and I swear it shake the whole house. You think they dropped it in the front yard, and the thing is, but I think first thing I do, my daughter does, we get up and look and say, is it a bombing schedule this week? Okay, cool. Hey, okay, the world's not about to be destroyed, but some people, that's their reality.
Right.
That's the reality every single day. And it's sad, but we live in a country where we got religious freedoms, that we live in a country where we can, certain freedoms of speech that you can say, and, but you can wake up and kind of know that you're in a place that's a peaceful place for the most part. So we just can't take that for granted, that what we have here, and that we can even build a business here and not have to worry about somebody just coming taking things from us. Something that we worked all our life for. So I'm just grateful for God for that, grateful for being in this country, and grateful for being around a group of folks like you guys that continue to uplift and pray for, each other during these times. Because the world needs prayer right now.
Absolutely. That's good, Tim. Yeah, I echo that too, man. It's definitely a blessing to be in a country like this. I've lived in countries where something as simple as the power and utilities, you didn't even know when the city was going to cut off the power. In some of the third world countries, I lived in Nicaragua, and man, it was just the basics that we take for granted, the infrastructure that we just take for granted. And it's everybody it's not privileged to that. So you're right what you're saying, Tim.
Hey, Tim, and I know the next thing you tell your daughter is, thank God for the Marine Corps. I tell you, man, them boys over there is practicing. That's where they get it right.
And I'm a lot closer than you are, Tim.
I was going to say the range is way over there past Rod.
Yeah, I know you feel the Rod.
Oh, man. But Rodney, you know what we say, man, that's the sound of freedom.
There's a sound of freedom. It ain't free. It is not free, brother. I tell you what, the boys over there is getting it right, and I thank them for it, But you're right. We take for granted that we wake up this morning and we can go down to the Wawa and get a cup of coffee, without the thought of we not gonna make it back home, for the most part. But there's folks out there that just don't have that freedom. So I'm grateful as well. I'm definitely grateful.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Good.
I have to agree. I'm grateful this morning for peace. Just being able to be somewhere with the expectation of peace. Thankful that God spared us, from having to go through that. He's the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow, forever. And he is taking care of all of us. I'm grateful and blessed to be waking up this morning and to be where I am, because that's where he purposed me to be. And just, grateful for you guys. It's awesome to have a collective to get started with your day and talk about how good God is. So I'm grateful.
Amen.
I am grateful for you guys. Want to thank Pam and Linda. I had an amazing closing. Meant a lot for me. It took us about 2 months to close.
Oh man.
But we did. So I just want to thank God for that we were able to get to a successful closing. It was we had, I wouldn't say difficult, but on both the seller and the buyer side, they are clients that stretches their agents. So we were stretched to the very, but fortunately and to the glory of God, we were able to close. So I want to just thank God for that and thank the team for being behind me. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations, Rose. That is awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Rose. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for assisting me today and too. So thank you, and thank you to some of the other agents who've been helping me out while I've been out of town. So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Anybody else, guys? What you're grateful for on this morning?
Good morning, everyone. This is Linda. I just want to thank God for being a keeper, keeping my mind, keeping my family. Thankful for the stream team. Thank Him for His grace and His mercy. Thank Him for His love. Thank Him for His protection. Just grateful to God for being so good to us, to me, to you, and grateful to be with y'all this morning.
Amen. We missed you, Linda.
Miss you, Linda.
Yeah. Good.
Hey, is anyone else going? Anyone else in the Woodbridge area going to Wegmans this morning?
I am.
Depending on what happens today, I might be there.
I actually forgot exactly what it was. I know it's like lunch with the broker or something like that.
9 to 12, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good. Nice. All right. Anybody else?
It starts at 9. I don't know if I thought
Yeah.
it starts. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to roll in about about 20 minutes there. Yeah. Okay. Well, I stay on the call. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And I'm grateful for you guys too, for Euro. Thank you very much helping me.
Oh, good. Awesome, Tatiana.
Yeah. So happy to be with you all.
Yes. Tatiana's taking in her classes. Gonna be testing soon, getting her license. So we're excited.
Right.
That is awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good.
Welcome, Tatiana.
Thank you.
Welcome. All right, guys. If there's anybody that needs to be on here, guys, send them a reminder. If you have agents that you're talking to and they're in the class or thinking about coming over, make sure you send them an invite. JR, thank you to help me out this week as well. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
No problem, Rod. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
And the confidence.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. This Wednesday, guys, we will be doing our EXP Explain Wednesday, 12 p.m. noon. So if you have any agents that want to hear about EXP Realty, make sure you plug them in. And this is from last week. I just kind of kept it in. They laugh at me because I'm different. I laugh at them because they're all the same, guys. So I kind of like this slide because, you want to stand out. You want to be different. You want your brand to be different. And even it applies to EXP as well, guys. This is how early on, this was EXP. And still to a large extent, this is EXP, man. We have the golden egg, we have the golden egg. and that is an exit strategy, a retirement that most companies don't have. I would say probably almost 99% of the agents, companies out there don't have any type of exit strategy for agents. A lot of entrepreneurs don't have an exit strategy. They have to work and work and work until the day they die, until they're old and gray. But here at EXP, if you take advantage of the opportunity that we have of attracting agents, building your own real estate company under the umbrella of EXP, then, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years, whenever you decide, that you decide to retire, you will have built something for yourself that's residual, that's passive residual income that you can leave to your family. So make sure we're, participating in that. My academy is coming down to an end, guys. At least this one, this session, we're going to be starting a new session, ending fall, winter. But I'm going to be talking this Wednesday. I'm going to be talking about building your EXP revenue share group. Some agent attraction tips that I've used over the years and what some of the other folks in the company are doing to build large revenue share groups. So I'm going to be training on that this Wednesday. So if you're not in the academy, you want to be a part of that last one, guys, let me know if you'd like to participate beyond that one. But talking EXP revenue share. Okay. And I think Tim did an awesome job. I was traveling on this past Wednesday, but I heard it was amazing. So let's give Tim some kudos. Anybody?
Yeah.
It was a great class.
Good class. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Hey, Tim, are you available to give us a recap of it, like some highlights from it for some of the other people that weren't in the academy?
Yeah. So I was talking about how to build your database through professional networking, and that's not only just building your database, but making these connections with business owners, with individuals in your community. And so I talked about some of the reason for networking, to really make those warm connections, face to face. But also I talked about some of the network groups that are in your local area that you can be a part of, where it's like lead sharing. So one of them I talked about was the BNI Business Network International. Those on your community. I talked about a 212 network group, which is a network group that I'm a part of, and I had run a group here in Woodbridge, Virginia. I talked about veterans network groups that they have going on in the local area, and then other things that they have like craft fairs and different things that are with really within a short distance of where we're at, where you can set up a booth or set up a vendor table where you have people coming to you trying to find out what kind of products and services that you have. So it's a great way to really, like you say, brand yourself. You're able to show your expertise, and then you're getting out having those face-to-face conversations, because at the end of the day, that's what it really comes down to, having a conversation, getting their contact information, and then starting to build a relationship, which will eventually turn into maybe a buyer, seller, or maybe a resource that you will need for your clients.
That's good, Tom. That's good. Anybody got any questions or comments from the class? Any questions for Tim Sports Network? It's a master networker.
Hey, it seems like that's been really a theme lately, is, not just getting out, but networking. That was not only did Tim talk about it and do an amazing job, but that's something that we were talking about last week as well. Just networking, being able to get out of your comfort zone. So if you don't see the correlation there, if you don't get up and get out, you can't sell no home.
That's right.
Was it recorded? Can I see it later?
Say again?
Was it recorded? Can I see it later, like your presentation?
Oh, yeah. Tim, it was recorded, right?
Yeah, the record was on. So you have to go back and take a look at it.
Okay, I'll post it, Tatiana. I'll get you a copy.
Okay, thank you.
Link to it.
And Bryson, I think he was talking, I think it was last week or maybe the week before last week, he was networking at the grocery store. Yeah. And that was a form of networking. It was like, hey, he was out and about, but he had a purpose to get out and meet with people. He was in the grocery store going around giving out his card while he was shopping. So I mean, you can make this thing fun while you're out doing what you do. It doesn't have to be you just walking up to somebody cold and with your car, but you can do it while you're out and about. So yeah.
I got a little bit more class than that, Tim. I was at Walmart.
Okay. Okay. Not the grocery store, Walmart. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Next time you go to Wegmans, I see you at Wegmans today. Get you a carton. I see you're aisle 13.
I'll use my pitch on you.
Okay.
All right, good, guys. This is also a slide from last week, guys. So know where you're going. Does everybody know where they're going in life and business? Who was that? Was that Diana Ross? Sing that song. Do you know where you're going?
Do you know where you're going to? Yes.
That was Diana Ross. Okay.
Yeah, you
right.
good.
Do you know where you're going to?
Bro, what you know about that, bro? You must have looked it up on the internet or something. You ain't
right.
Look it up, Tim.
I love dude. Oh man. Do you like what's the word, Pat? Do you like what's the word? Do you like the plays?
Do you like the things that life is showing you?
Ooh.
From a heart.
Yeah, now you know I know that song.
I called on the right one. Do you like the things that life is showing you? Man.
Mm-hmm.
That thing, that'll teach right there. That'll preach.
That'll teach. Yes.
Do you know where you're going to, guys? Do you like the things that life is showing you? So what do you need to change? Do you know? Are you on the right road? Definitely EXP. Man, I feel like I'm on the right road. EXP, one of the fastest growing companies in the industry. But then, are you on the right road as far as having your systems, your tools, your business plan, knowing exactly where you want to be, where do you want to end up? Different milestones. Where do you want to be this time next year? October, what is it? October 20th. Where do you want to be October 24th? Where do you want to end up? Are you on the right road to get you there? Are you going to be in the slow lane or are you going to be in the fast lane?
Yes.
Hey, Rod.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I made up in my mind, just like you. I remember you talked about it. You said it before. You said, you want to be a top producer, but then next you said, you want to be a luxury listing agent.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been saying it for a while, but I said, you got to put things in place. You got to put the tools in place in order to do that. You can say it, but if you really get a luxury listing, if you really work in that space, will you be ready? Will you be prepared?
Right.
And although I've done luxury buyers, got close to the luxury price point, hadn't quite crossed that million with the luxury listing, but definitely my buyers have bought over $1 million. But the thing was, I said I want to really specialize in getting in that arena. So the last 6 months or whatever, I took the luxury course, luxury certification. I got my branding to speak to luxury, my signs to speak to luxury. Met with a luxury stager yesterday. Most of her houses she staged about $1 million plus, close to that 900 range. Went and did 3 photo shoots for a builder, connected with a builder that only builds luxury homes, start from about 2.2 on up. Did photo shoots, one on this weekend and then 2 yesterday. Okay. Met with an appraiser that's going to be a part of my luxury team to be able to go in and do an appraisal on those luxury properties so I can give them a good let them know exactly right where their house is going to fall. So different things in place. And now I'm marketing those luxury properties on the luxury website that EXP has to overseas buyers. Okay. And on those websites, the net worth on those websites are people at 2.4 million on up. You know what I'm saying? So it's not marketing to the local community, but to those ones over there in Dubai and all these other countries that, got some deep pockets. So that's kind of a strategy I'm doing, but it's like I'm making a shift in order to get what I want. I can't do the same thing and still get that.
Nice. Yeah. That's powerful. Good, man. That's how it happens. Really start seeing yourself doing it, and then just like taking those actions like you're doing, Tim, exposing yourself to it. Where now it doesn't seem like it's so far off. It doesn't seem so far-fetched. It seems attainable that, man, I could do this. I could be a luxury agent. So it's like you're doing almost like a full immersion into the luxury world. So I love it.
Absolutely. I was talking to one of the luxury agents that one of the properties, and man, she was like, "Well, I got some more properties," and so I connected with the builder, but then I ended up connecting with a luxury agent, a couple this week, even at the NVAR event, and then I met one at one of the houses, and we had a good conversation. Me, her, and the builder had a good conversation, and she was like, "Hey, I got other properties. We want to go out, show them this, that, and the other." So really, just working in that arena to say, "Hey." What are they doing? You know, what's their strategies? How are they coming up with their clients and things like that? And Kyrie, she's on the line. Someone's gonna be jumping into the real estate real soon. She came on, took a look at me doing a photo shoot yesterday with my photographer. Later on, I had my photographer out there. So, like I said, getting out there doing it, but you got to put those things in place in order for it to come. You just can't. It could fall in your lap, but you need to be prepared for when it does.
Be prepared, exactly.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Tim, how many luxury listings will you take next in 2024?
I'm gonna take at least 10 luxury listings in 20. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna take 12. I know I'm gonna take one a month. I'm for sure.
One a month. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I know I'm gonna take one a month. Just because, you know, a lot of people aren't working in that space. You would think a lot of folks work in that space, but they don't, especially when you get up into the higher echelons, you know. And like I was talking to the luxury agent, the ones that I did photo shoots on this week was 2.2 and the other two were 2.5. You know, but guess what? People were coming through those listings, just like you see people coming through a $300,000 house. You had clients coming through those $1 million. I'm like, and they looked like regular off the street. They weren't suit and tie. They lived in the neighborhood. They were looking to buy. And I'm like, wow, you know, it's just a different mindset.
Right. Two of mine in the last year have been all cash, over $1 million. All cash.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that, Tim, get the even write the price range down. Write it in detail, the price range, and almost like write it in the past tense of like how you was able to do that, how you was able to start listing houses every month in the $1 million range, luxury homes every month in 2024. Maybe even starting this year, how you went into the new year and how you were able to write it almost like you're telling a story about what happened. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Write it
does. Yeah.
In detail, like how were you able to do that? It's amazing how I was able to start listing homes over $1 million every single month. And, you know, I had everything that I needed. Everything came together, you know. Yes. And that's for everybody. Start writing your goals and things that you want to accomplish in the past tense, like it's already happened. That makes sense, guys?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going beyond that, like really like 10x's your faith and belief. You're seeing it already, it's done already. You're not that it will happen, it's already happened. Anybody on that? Any comments on? Okay. So guys, know where you're going. Write your goals in real detail. In detail, you see it so clearly. You have such clarity about your goals that almost like somebody picking it up and it like it happened in 2022. You know what I mean? But it's your future goals, but you write it as if it's already done. It already happened in detail, and start like Tim, getting out there, exposing yourself, getting totally immersed in it, where it doesn't seem like you don't have this fear of like trying to figure it out. Because that little bit of doubt and fear that you have, guys, can really stop and block your blessings. That little bit of fear, that little bit of doubt subconsciously is blocking it. So learn, partner up with somebody, learn the listing presentation, get a listing presentation, know exactly what you need to do to start listing homes, become a good listing agent, guys. Make sure you write that down, make that your mission this year, next couple of weeks that we have for this year. Get totally dialed in to becoming a great listing agent. Make that your mission, guys. Anybody gonna do that? Make that your mission. Become a great listing agent. You don't have time to mess around. Can't be messing with rentals.
I just wrote it down. Add to my goals.
Because the industry is changing. There's a lot of. Go ahead, Pam. My dad cut you off, Pam.
No, I was just agreeing with you. I just wrote it down to add it to my goals.
Yeah, become a great listing agent, guys. Get systems, tools in place to become a great listing agent, because man, it's like legislature and legal battles going on right now to like remove the buyer agent. So you gotta watch that stuff that's happening, guys. The market can, the industry can shift on us.
Hey, Rod, matter of fact.
Yeah, I saw that.
Go ahead, Tim.
I was going to say EXP just came out. Well, I got an email. I'm sure everybody else got it. It says EXP Realty just came out. EXP agents can earn your designated listing, what is called a certified listing professional designation. And they have it's only like $49 and it's self-paced.
Oh wow.
Yes, I saw that.
Really? Okay.
Let me see if I can drop it in. I'm gonna drop it in the chat.
Yeah, so EXP is in line. They're watching it. Glenn, that's what I mean. I love Glenn. Glenn is always 2 steps ahead. He's seeing it too.
He is a visionary.
He's a visionary, guys. Mark our words. This thing may be changing. It may be shifting. It ain't gonna happen overnight, but it may be a year out. Of course, if it comes, they'll appeal it, and then, to go back into court. But you got to watch that kind of stuff. But you want to be a listing agent anyway. They've always said list to last. You got to become a great listing agent. Anybody on that? Any other comments on
that? Yeah, because they had the court battle going on this week. Gary Keller was in court of Keller Williams. Of course, Remax already settled, and then it was another somebody else was I can't remember who. It was another one of those big brokerages. So yeah, it's coming down the pike, and like you said, this is the way to go. So I just now dropped that luxury certification into the chat. So it was normally $149. They got it for $49. So I would definitely get certified in that.
Oh, nice. Okay. And that's a listing certification, you said?
Yeah, it's called certified listing professional.
Okay.
And EXP Realty and all the other companies, it's a designation, and EXP just sent that out to everybody. Yeah.
Okay.
I would definitely jump on that.
Great. Guys, focus. Hope y'all wrote that down, and that's going to be your focus. Do I have a hand up? Somebody have a hand up? Who's that? Oh, that's me. I'm struggling with this one screen. Okay. Guys, when I say that, I highly recommend everybody get 2 screens. It makes your life so much easier when you're writing contracts and you're doing things. Have a second screen that you're extending your screen over to. It helps you, especially when you're writing up contracts. You got to look at one, pull it up on the MLS and then type your contract. Anybody work with 2 screens?
All the time. Copy paste.
Every time.
My life changed when I discovered that. Okay. Any other comments on that, guys? Listing
I'm just waiting to get mine out of layaway.
Never.
Once I get it out of layaway, I'll be good to go.
All right, guys. Let's see here. Go to my next slide here.
Good morning. This is Rachel. Can y'all hear me?
Good morning. Yes.
Good morning. So I just was wondering, like, what does that mean for when you have buyers that you're representing? Are they going to have to pay your commission? Is that what it's going to go to?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm hearing a little bit of mix. It's almost like it's going to be treated as a kickback if buyers pay for it, guys. It's so much. I'm still kind of getting up to speed on it, Rachel, and I'll be posting a couple of articles and things that I'm hearing out there. But they're even making it tough for even the buyer agent to pay for it. And then they're like, how's a buyer going to have representation, have somebody looking out for their best interest? So it's kind of crazy right now.
Mm-hmm.
Some people saying that way too, but some are saying that it's possible that the buyers may not even be able to pay it because it's going to be considered a kickback.
Yeah, I was going to say, most of them need help with closing costs and things of that nature, so they're not going to have no buyer's commission.
Yeah, it's crazy. Inman, it's a couple of the articles out there in some of the news sites, the real estate news sites. So yeah, but I'll be posting this. I see it. If you guys get something to post it in the WhatsApp, any good articles or videos.
Yeah, I was gonna say if y'all follow Ricky Caruth, he's been doing updates on it and everything, and I've been trying to follow it too. So like right now they're sort of talking about maybe not even putting it on the HUD to where it's like right now it's sort of mandatory or I guess you would say that the listing agent shares their commission with us, but with the buyer's agents. But now it's sort of moving into the way where that's not going to be required. Like one has already sort of passed, I think it was in Illinois. So now different states are doing different things. So it's just really the time where we as agents, like a lot of like Rod, Pam, they already know they do the work for both, you know. You can't sit back and be a buyer's agent and say, oh, the MLS is gonna find the house. You got to be able to bring the buyer and the seller is the way this is sort of moving. And we have to prepare ourselves to take the negotiation classes like Natasha, be a negotiator, basically be able to present your value. You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to say that we are not valuable, but we know we are.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that, Kyra. That's good.
And a lot of brokerages are moving from NAR so they can kind of get around that. So I think Redfin left and a bunch of other brokerages are taking notice to saying, hey, okay, we're not a part of this system. So they want to do things different. So it's gonna be some growing pains here soon. But the thing is, we just need to, best thing, like you said, Rod, get on the listing side. That way, if things, shift strongly for the buyer, not saying you can't be a buyer's agent, but at least be positioned in case you need to weather that storm while they're, going through their different gyrations.
That's right. Good. All right, guys, this is our grade sheet right here to look at how last week, every week, guys, every week has to count. Every day has to count. That's why I keep this slide in here, because we don't want to just become lackluster about the weeks, weeks, days, and weeks, and then weeks turn into months gone. We're at the end of October already, so every day, getting up, nailing your morning routine, waking up early, seizing the day, looking at your goals, writing your goals, reviewing them, declaring them, speaking your goals like they've already happened in the past. Your focus, your discipline every single day. Wake up, have that focus, discipline, that drive, that grit, that hard work every single day. Daily prospecting, daily, weekly lead generation, new business development. And that's what I'm going to talk about here in a minute. New business development, prospecting every single day. You can't afford to miss one day of prospecting. We've been talking about that 90 days, guys. What you're doing now is going to impact you 90 days from now. You're reaping the results of what you did 90 days ago, right now. Lead follow-up. You have a lead follow-up system, a system where you're tracking leads and you're following up with the leads every day. You're following up, you're calling them until they say, stop calling me, or you get an appointment. You're working that database, your sphere of influence, PC. I'm going to talk about that. Tracking number of conversations, You want to track your number of conversations, guys. This is your business. This is your business, kind of like your SOP, your standard operating procedures of how you run your business. You got to track your numbers. You got to track the conversations. You can't wait for the phone just to ring and people to call you. Every day, you got to be making a certain amount of outbound calls. If people are not calling you, if they're not blowing your phone up from all the marketing and advertising, everything that you got going on, then you got to be doing some outbound. You got to be networking. You got to be out talking to people, having conversations about real estate till you get an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
And all that talking and conversations and networking, you got to be looking at it and reviewing it and saying, am I getting appointments? How many appointments did I go on last week? How many agreements did I get signed? A listing agreement to list somebody's house, or a buyer consultation, a buyer agreement where I'm representing a new buyer. That right there, guys, that's telling you where you are in your business. So either you gotta, if you're not getting appointments, you gotta ramp up the leads. It's a numbers game. You got to be talking to more people, get more leads coming into your business. Because if you don't get to an appointment, you're not going to get to a signed agreement, a listing agreement, or a buyer agreement to get somebody out looking for a house or get that house on the market, to get a contract on it, go to closing, and get a commission check. Does that make sense, guys?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we can do all the fun stuff. We can go out, we can attend classes. It's great getting out networking. It's great having the conversations, but you got to look at, am I getting appointments? How many agreements am I getting signed? Because you're not getting any closer to a commission. Yeah, you're planting seeds, no doubt. You're planting seeds, you're having the conversations, but be appointment focused. I got to get appointments. Any comments on that, guys? That makes sense?
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
How much money y'all want to make next month? Come on, this is an interactive class. Y'all don't want to make no money next month?
$20,000. A lot.
You said $20,000?
Absolutely.
All right, so that means you got to sell $800,000 in real estate at an assumed rate of 2.5%, right?
Yep.
Come on, somebody else. How much money you want to make? Give me numbers.
25,000. 25.
25,000. That's $1 million in real estate next month. Come on, somebody else. Give me some numbers.
30,000.
40,000.
Come on now, y'all see the trend here, right? In order to make this money, you got to know your numbers. You got to know how much in real estate you need to sell to make that number happen. And that's what you got to go after. When you go on these appointments, or when you even start talking to people, you gotta. This is what has to be on your mind. How much money do I want to make this month, next month, 90 days from now? And that's where the difference comes in, because that's when you're going to apply that pressure and you're going to do the work. I know for sure that my net operating income for my household is about $8,900 a month. So that means I got to make at the very least $10,000 a month in order to survive. That means I got to sell a $400,000 house every single month at the very least just to survive.
That's good.
Yep.
You know, and I tell everybody, knowing your numbers doesn't have to, and knowing your numbers is not just about how much you need to survive or anything else. Knowing your numbers can get you referrals from other agents. They want to hear that you're on your job. They want to hear that you know your market, that you know what you're talking about. Are you going to give your business to an agent that says, I know I've sold 25 houses this year. I've made such and such in GCI. I have this many in the pipeline right now. Or would you guys give it to somebody that's saying, I don't know, man, I'm working, I'm trying, but you know, I don't know what's going on. No, even if you've never sold a house, you have to present yourself as the expert, the leading expert in your neighborhood. But you can't do that lollygagging. You can't do that nonchalant and say, "Oh yeah, you know, I'm working, I'm trying." You know, it doesn't work that way. I told y'all last week, last Friday, I said, yeah, I'm going out with 2 new clients this week. I said that last Friday. Well, Rod can tell you we got one under contract on Monday. Yeah. The other one I'm about to have under contract this morning.
That's what I'm talking about.
Congratulations.
It doesn't take a long time. It doesn't take
Good
it doesn't
job.
take a million years. Listen to what your clients' needs are and fulfill them, because you got to get them out your pipeline so that you get more in.
That's good, Bryson. Thank
Congratulations, Bryson. Good stuff.
Yep, that's good.
That's good stuff.
That is good stuff.
you. Just turned my light bulb on.
Let's go. Let's go. I want lightning to come down. I want that light bulb to be permanently lit. I want you to be the spark.
Absolutely.
That's spot on what Bryce is saying. You gotta know your numbers, guys. Know those numbers. Good. Thank you, Bryce. Guys, are you impacting the world? Find a way that you can impact the world. Impact the world, guys. Even your client experience, the experience that you have, you know, with your children. This is kind of not, I got to probably put this in a different order here, but still, how are you impacting the world? Impact the world today. How can you go out and impact the world, make an impact on the world today? All right, let me hit on. Okay. Imagine, and it's kind of like along the lines of what Bryce was just saying, even what you're going to earn next month, this month, next month. You know, what do you want to earn? 100,000, 250, 500,000, a million or more? What do you see happening? How many of y'all want to be debt free?
Absolutely. Yes.
Free. Yes.
Having
the only thing hold me back.
Yeah, having your dream home. You know, Tim was talking about selling these $2-point-something million homes, but man, do we have a vision? Can we see ourselves buying one of them houses?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I mean? We helping everybody else with their dream, and we talking about selling $1 million home, but we got to get to the point where, man, I want to be buying me a luxury home. You know, that's one of my goals. If it's your goal, your dream, I'm saying, you know, everybody that might not be your thing, but if, you know, just hear the spirit of what I'm saying, but, you know, what's going to be your dream home? Is the house that you're in, you know, have we gotten comfortable? Have we settled? You know, do you see yourself at a higher level? You know, driving your dream car.
And Rod, that I think is like you said, as we going towards the end of the year and we start talking about planning for next year, one thing that I always do is, you know, do the dream board. And I've done mine this year. I actually did it on my phone, and I think I showed it to you before. You know, the houses, the cars, the vacations, the lifestyle, all that stuff is at a way higher level. It's all $1 million homes. It's all luxury vehicles. It's all luxury vacations. It's all, that's the space I want to be in. And that's the space that I'm always going towards. So my vision, that's where my vision is at. And that's what I'm always striving towards. I mean, where I'm at right now, this is just, you know, where life, what I've done so far has taken me here. But where I want to be is well beyond where I'm at. I never wanted to stay status quo. I've never been like that. And so I think, you know, not only write it down, but also put it on something so you can visualize it. Because, you know, before when I put like cars and different things on my dream board, I ended up attaining those things. You know, the lifestyles and vacations and things that I've went on, and even where I want my family to be, was something I put on there years ago, but ended up attaining. May not have been an exact thing that was on there, but very close to that same level, if that makes sense. So I believe, you know, visualization, doing it too. I take pictures and I put them on my phone. And that way, when I'm scrolling through my phone, I have just a what do you call an album that's just my dream board, and I just scroll to that thing, and I look at that in the morning. My visualization. So,
that's powerful, Tim.
And that's Maserati Tim talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Hey guys, I want to mention something else too. As entrepreneurs, make sure we have life insurance. Make sure you take your family.
Yes.
You know, I'm down here in Louisiana, you know, 2 funerals, and it's a mess. I'm just gonna be, y'all my family, it's a mess. You know, make sure you take care of your family. You know, everybody don't have to be cremated. I'm just gonna put that out there. I don't know where this wasn't even our culture.
Nope.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I won't even dip into it, but that ain't been our culture and all this. I know what people had to do during COVID and all that. But, you know, and collecting money and all this, you know, everybody's scrambling and collecting, don't even know when, if it's really gonna be a funeral, you know, because we're still trying to gather up the money. You know, make sure you take care of your family.
Hey, Rod, I understand. I hear you. And I've seen it also, and you are absolutely right. You know, that's one of the things that, you know, we're getting off subject, I know, but real quick, that's just one of the things that you and I and some of the other folks on the call not necessarily take for granted, but our thinking is just a little different. And then when you go back home and you see something that like what you're talking about, you're like, man, this is crazy. So yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah. It's like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so make sure we have our affairs in order. You know, proper amount of life insurance and health insurance, guys. Health insurance too. Because you know, we're in the business of service, man. Our mouths got to be right. You know what I mean? We're in the business of interacting and talking to people, so we got to take care of our teeth. Is that right, y'all? Okay, can I get an amen on that?
Amen.
So,
Oh yeah.
you know, we got to be taking care of our mouth, our teeth, having dental work done, and it shouldn't be dental work from 20 years ago that's falling apart. You know, because we're out there, yes, yeah, our hygiene. We want to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. All right, let me get back. So just being a blessing, guys, being a giver, you know, blessing your favorite church organization, accomplishing your why. So get a vision of that going into this, you know, finishing out this year, you know, going into 2024, man, just really, how am I making an impact? Looking at, you know, this little graphic here, he's kicking off the impossible, but all things are possible. You know, and that all things are possible, that I can be debt free. I can have my dream home, my dream car. I can accomplish, you know, this great industry of real estate. We're just shifting. We're shifting with the market. We're preparing ourselves. You know, even with the market now, we've shifted over the last couple of months. We're still doing business. We got to do more now. We got to have more conversations, talk to more people. But man, still, we're closing deals. You can still earn a great income. Even if they shift, they take away, you know, buyer representation, guys. We just shift with it. Start now. You see the writing on the wall. You see what's happening. Don't wait. Become a great listing agent right now. Just decide. It's a choice. Decide, I'm going to become a great listing agent. We help buyers too. I'm writing contracts for buyers right now. So we still work with buyers, but your primary focus should be listings. Okay, let me hasten on here. Let's talk about lead attraction system, guys. We just got a few more minutes here. Lead attraction systems. Focus on, as you're writing your goals for next year, make sure you have systems in place. Systems that's going to sustain your business, where you're not like a one-hit wonder. You don't want to be a one-hit wonder. You don't want to just kill it, you know, 1 year or 6 months, and then now you're going from feast to famine. But you want to have systems in place for new business development. I always have had the mindset, I got to get new business coming in, business development, new clients, new clientele. I'm meeting new people, and I'm nurturing those relationships I already have in place. Database marketing system, and I'm going to get deeper into it next week. But what's your database marketing system? Not that you just have them all in KV Core, all on a spreadsheet, but what's the systematic way that you're going to stay in touch with them throughout the year? systematically. It's scheduled. It's on a calendar. You know exactly how you're going to nurture them, touch them, remind them, say hello to them, send them home values, send them, Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving. How are you going to systematically nurture and take care of your database? That database is your people that know you, like you, and trust you, your past clients, your sphere of influence, just people in general that you've come in contact with, your database, systematically touching them, because you want to get the business when it's time for them to do something, or when they know somebody that's getting ready to do something. Sign calls from your listings, systematically doing a better job at, when I list a house, knowing that listing should give me 2 or 3 other clients out of that one listing. I should pick up another listing, and I should pick up at least 2 buyers from any listing if I'm systematic, if I'm intentional about it. Y'all with me?
Mm-hmm. Social
media leads. What's the system to systematically do it on a regular basis? Everything is systematized. Every day you know what's going out. You're intentional. It's just not ad hoc. It's just like you're not just all over the place doing a lot of random stuff, but it's becoming systematic. Working your past clients, getting the reviews. I wish I had done a better job over the years of getting Google reviews and Zillow reviews. How many of y'all collect reviews?
I do.
Yeah.
And Rob, recently, not too long ago, a few months ago, I had my VA put together a letter and send it out to all my past clients. And the reviews wasn't so much, because some of them, bought years ago and wrote reviews, but I've been sending out newsletters, like you said, systematically every month, every 2 weeks. I have my newsletter go out to them, giving them content, and then, ask them, how do you like the content that you're getting? Is it valuable for you? This, that, and the other. And they could write a review on the content or information that you're giving them. So it's another way that you can get another review. Not so much to the house that you just bought. Of course, you get that one, but also you can get other reviews from them, from value that you're giving them. So that's another way.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Tim. Your social proof, open houses, social proof. I used to take one listing or one contract, house under contract. Man, I would probably do 3, 4 videos, post about that one house. We're out looking at the house. I used to be posting. I used to do a lot of videos. Some of y'all remember, Tim probably remember my videos. I used to do a lot of videos back in the day, making videos. And I'm out showing houses. I'm out doing this. I'm out doing that. We then get the house under contract. I'm posting that we got the house under contract. Going out to the home inspection. I'm doing a walkthrough of the home inspection, telling people what's happening at the house about, with the home inspection. So, and then you get down to closing. You're posting pictures about the closing. You know what I mean? So you're taking a lot of different opportunities to show people, let everybody know that you're out. They seeing you out and about. You're doing real estate. So your social proof is so important. So being, again, intentional about it, being systematic about it, having a checklist. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Even on my photo shoot, I'm posting that I'm out at the photo shoot. I'm posting that the house is about to come on the market. It's coming soon. So really being intentional, showing that social proof to everybody that's, in your sphere on social media. Any comments on that? I see some of y'all doing that. All right. Your open houses, again, what's your system? And this is a part of the lead attraction system. I'm intentionally doing open houses. Yeah, I would love to get that house sold. But over my years, it's rare that somebody walks in and buys that house. I don't know if anybody had that experience. It's been rare. 17 years I've been doing, and I rarely get somebody that walks in the door that buys that house. Is that right, y'all? I mean,
That's true. I never had that experience.
Yeah. So but you being intentional about the open house, you're exposing that open house, you're working for that seller, you're getting exposure to that house. But in your business, you want to take that opportunity to be intentional. To now, you should get at least a listing and 2 buyers out of that new listing that you have, knocking on the doors around it, maybe sending out some just listed postcards to that whole neighborhood, holding the open houses, marketing the open houses, maybe even boosting them, the open houses where it's on you running some social media ads, getting people there, because the MLS is going to send it out. It's going to syndicate it to all the other websites. So you can get that traffic coming to the open house of unrepresented buyers. And of course, your signs, putting out more signs instead of 2 or 3 signs, put more signs out. But there's, again, lead attraction. I'm trying to attract leads to me coming in. Prospecting. Expires and FSBOs if you guys wanted to get into for sale by owners, but prospecting every day, again, having lead attraction. I got to attract more leads into the business. Most agents, 80,000 agents leaving the business, have left the business primarily because they don't have enough leads coming in. That's the number one reason agents leave the business. They don't have enough business. So guys, you got to really get dialed into what are my lead attraction systems? Systematize what you're doing. So it's more intention, more focus on it, more focus on, I gotta use these systems, these tools here, and create a system behind it where it's not just random acts. I'm just not a random one-hit wonder. I have a great month and then I don't have anything other closings for 4 or 5 months later down the road because I'm not systematically prospecting. Part of your system should be, man, from 9 a.m. to 9 to 12, I'm prospecting, I'm lead generating, I'm having conversations about real estate. You got to get to the point where you're disciplining yourself. You got to lead gen. You got to have conversations. You got to be dialed into prospecting, or your business is going to constantly be up and down. Any comments on this, guys, as we kind of come to the end? Does this help anybody?
Oh, yeah.
It's a great help.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, great.
Right, guys. All right. Well, man, we appreciate y'all. Any questions on anything before we leave? All right. Anybody here for the EXP presentation? Hey, Tammy. I see Tammy up there.
Hi, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning,
cousin.
Tammy.
Got it a little late, but better late than never.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Tammy, you cover DC, right? You're in DC.
I'm in DC. Yes.
Hey guys, you got anybody in DC? We got another DC agent on the team. So link up with Tammy Jones for any referrals, anything you want to send her. So consider like you have a DC license. Anybody else on the team have a license in that state? You have a license in that state.
That's right.
I'm licensed in Pennsylvania. Where Jason? Did Jason drop already? Yo, there he is. Yo.
I'm here.
Yeah. Jason's there, guys. So we got Pennsylvania license.
Anywhere in the state.
Anywhere in the state.
Yep.
I already got North Carolina on lockdown. So guys, and you got Lisa in New Jersey. So we're in multiple states. All right, guys. All right. Have a blessed one, y'all. And man, have a great weekend. Make sure y'all go to church on Sunday.
Amen.
That's right.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all Monday. Where will I be Monday? I'll be in Florida Monday. I'm going straight from here to meet my wife in Florida. So
Nice.
all right, y'all. Have a blessed one.
All right. Take care.
Have a good weekend.
Have a blessed weekend.
Thank you. All right. Thanks again, Rose. I sent you her number too if you want to
Yeah.
connect.
Yes, sir. You're welcome. Yeah.